Hello guys and welcome to today's episode, where today, as you can see from the title and the thumbnail, we're going to be talking about the top 5 worst updates ever received within Clash of Clans. Now if you do agree with me on this top 5 list, then please be sure to let me know down below in the comment section, and also let me know if you obviously disagree. So that being said, I also want to mention that these top 5 are not in any order whatsoever, so you guys can do that by yourself if you do want to, and if you want to let us know what your order is, then please just go ahead and let us know down below in the comment section. So that being said, let's kick it off with the Town Hall 11 update. So the Town Hall 11 update was back in 2015/2016, I believe. I can't exactly remember which one of those years it was, but it was somewhere around that time, and it was in December of one of those 2 years. It was either December 2015 or December 2016. But anyways, Town Hall 11, what was that all about? Basically, Supercell did a huge announcement, and they mentioned that they would bring Town Hall 11 with the Grand Warden obviously, and the Eagle Artillery. Basically anything you know about right now that's in Town Hall 11, Supercell just announced at that date, and everybody was so excited about that because they saw in the announcement Supercell made it so cool. Literally what they did is they zoomed into the Eagle Artillery. They had it already zoomed in and they showed it to everyone, so everybody was like, oh wow, that looks so cool. And you know how the Eagle Artillery has a smaller range where it basically shows where the Eagle Artillery is not allowed to shoot? That is what Supercell showed everybody at the beginning, and then when they zoomed out and they showed that the Eagle Artillery can hit any troop on the entire map, everybody went crazy. The crowd went wild. It was absolutely insane. So everybody was so excited for Town Hall 11, but when the update actually landed, everybody was so disappointed. Why is that, you may ask? Well, because first of all, the Grand Warden was way too overpowered, so was the Eagle Artillery, and secondly, the worst thing ever was that the Town Hall 11 in itself was so unbalanced. It was just awful. Everybody would 3-star everybody. It was just a mess. Then Supercell tried fixing it. They made Town Hall 11 way too difficult. Nobody could actually get a single star. Everybody would lose all the time. It was such a bad period of time, and many people hated it, and many people still hate it to this day. And I personally don't know. I have never been at Town Hall 11, and it is still going to take me a while until I get to Town Hall 11. But Town Hall 11, once it was released, it was the worst received update in the history of Clash of Clans. That is what I can tell you for now. And that being said, I think we should move on towards the second one. But again, let me know down below in the comment section if you do agree with me on my list. If you don't agree with me, also let me know down below in the comment section. So anyways, moving on to the second worst update right here, it is going to be the builder base. Now I know many of you guys may agree with me and others may disagree with me, but I personally did not like the builder base at all. It was one of the worst updates in my opinion that Supercell ever brought to the game. It was awful. At the beginning, when I first played it, the first 1 or 2 days, I was really excited obviously because it was sort of like a new game mode, but not exactly. It was just something new, something different from the actual normal base, something we had never seen before, so I was really excited the first couple of days while playing it. But after that, it just got boring. I mean, the fact that they only have a couple of troops, like what is it, 6 or 7 troops in total, that just disappointed me. And what they did is they basically brought the exact same troops from the main village, and it just added like a superpower that the troops have for 1 or 2 seconds in the beginning of the attack. Okay, maybe 5 seconds, I am exaggerating a little bit, but you get the point, you get my point. But anyways, that was one of the worst updates ever in my opinion, but I know other people that absolutely love the builder base, so don't get me wrong, this list is just about my personal opinion. It is not about the actual community's opinion. It is kind of the community's opinion, but mostly my personal opinion. So don't get me wrong, if you play the builder base and you like it, that is absolutely awesome. You may enjoy it. I don't enjoy it personally. I just want to mention I am only a builder hall 4. That just goes to show how little I play the game. The update was released about, I think, think 3 or 4 or even 5 months ago, I don't really know, and I just personally didn't like it at all. But that is just my opinion. Again, let's move on towards the third one. So the third one right here is actually one that I find really good that Supercell did, but I know many people that actually find it awful, and I'm basically talking about the beginning, because at the start I also found it one of the worst things Supercell actually did, but now thinking about it, it is one of the best things Supercell did. So basically I am talking about the end of Town Hall sniping. Now I know many of you guys may be raging at your screen right now, what is it talking about? It was seriously the worst update, why is it? Okay, let me just explain real quick. So basically there was a time in Clash of Clans where you could put your Town Hall on the outside of the base and let enemy attackers just take the Town Hall and the battle and leave you alone, and what that would secure yourself is you would keep all of the loot to yourself, because the enemy wouldn't want to use an entire army on your base to get the entire loot. All the enemy wanted to do is get into a high league, start sniping the Town Halls and be getting the loot bonus from those Town Halls, and that would secure yourself like a 12-hour shield or something like that if the enemy attacker would only take the Town Hall. Now what is happening at this point in time right now within Clash of Clans is you're basically forced to put the Town Hall within the center of your base, or just have to keep it safe, because otherwise if the enemy does take your Town Hall only and ends the battle, you will not be getting a shield. So you're going to be able to get attacked over and over again, and you're literally going to lose not only all of your trophies but all of your loot. Every single drop of your loot is going to be gone. So I would definitely recommend you guys obviously put the Town Hall in the center of the base. Now you guys may be looking at the screen and be like, why do you not have your Town Hall in the center of the base? That is an anti 3-star base, you guys. So yeah, that is basically it. But anyways, that was one of the worst received updates within Clash of Clans. Now in my opinion, Supercell did a good job in doing that, because now the game has more strategy. There is more strategy involved, which I always like in a game. I like strategy games, that is why I play Clash of Clans, and sometimes even Clash Royale. Those games are all about strategy and I absolutely love it. But anyways, let's move on to the final two right here. If you can actually guess the final two, please be sure to let me know down below in the comment section which ones you think they're going to be, although I doubt anyone is going to guess them. But anyways, let's move on to the fourth one right here, which is going to be the overpowered Valkyrie update. So what this update was all about was basically Supercell buffed the Valkyrie, and what they did is they made the Valkyrie so overpowered, literally Town Hall 8s, 9s, 10s and 11s would only use the Valkyrie. They would do mass Valkyrie attacks and they would just wreck the heck out of every single one of those villages. They would literally tear bases apart, whether it was a Town Hall 8, 9, 10 or 11 base. As I mentioned at the beginning, they would all use mass Valkyries attacks, and they would just absolutely destroy the base, and they would just not only overkill the base, they would literally have like half their army still there, and that was awful. I mean, just think about it. If you were to take an entire mass Valkyrie army all the time, that would just be awful. I mean, that would just not be fair to the rest of the players. It would just not involve any strategy whatsoever. All they would do is use a mass Valkyrie attack, drop all of them 40 Valkyries or however many Valkyries you can take with you, and end the battle, because they knew they would get the 100%. So that was one of the worst updates ever. Not sure what Supercell was thinking at that point in time, but let's move on to the final one right here, which is going to be the 2016 December update, and that was basically with the update that involved the Ice Wizard, the Freeze Trap and also the Santa Surprise Ball. Now the reason I find it one of the worst updates is, first of all, it was only temporary, meaning we only had it for a week or two, and the second reason, I mean, the Ice Wizard was just terrible overall. All it would do is it would only target defenses, which for the Ice Wizard was terrible, because the Ice Wizard couldn't even break through the walls in the first point, so that was just dreadful. And then secondly, the Freeze Trap, it was a cool animation, but it was just useless, let's be honest here. And then finally, the Santa Surprise Ball, Supercell nerfed the heck out of it, and there was literally no point in playing with the Santa Surprise Ball, which was really disappointing. I was really sad about that, because the first year they actually brought the Santa Surprise Ball, it was really good. It was so good actually that Supercell had to remove it from their own game, so that was a little disappointing to see that they did nerf it. But anyways, you guys, that has been my top 5 worst update list. Be sure to let me know down below in the comment section if you have any other opinions, or if you agree with me, if you disagree with me, just be sure to let me know down below in the comment section. That would be absolutely appreciated. Now if you haven't already, but you do enjoy my content, then please be sure to subscribe to my channel for daily videos. And yeah, basically that has been it. My name is of course Asascha, and I'll see you next time, and I believe that is it. So peace out everybody.